Kranick never gave me natural life. He just said you have life in prison. So I'm trying to figure out what specific, in quotes, life I have in prison, because apparently parole has been approved for Florida.
Man, listen, I think prison is starting to do a little bit of psychological damage to Sarah Boone because she's already starting to figure out what her next struggle is going to be, okay? We already know family court is going to be an ultimate failure. In this next call that we listen to, she's going to continue to, berate Peter, and she actually has a little bit of help in prison now. She's in the next call, you're gonna hear her pulling from all the resources that she has available to try to really stick it to Brian when she goes to family court. Now, you guys in the comments also let me know that she does not have any attorney, so it makes it that much funnier, right? But another thing that I noticed, as you've heard in the beginning of this clip, she's already creating a new struggle. That's where I feel like that mental instability that Sarah has is starting to show itself in prison, because now her new struggle is going to be whether or not she's serving natural life or just life. Bitch, you live in Florida. Okay? You're going to be back there forever. Whether they say life backwards, life forwards, natural life, pure life, it's still going to be life, Sarah. You live in Florida. Jesus Christ. So now her new struggle after she horribly loses in court, I could only imagine, is going to be her trying to figure out the loophole that the court messed up when they didn't actually say natural life on her sentence. You know what I mean? But anyways, without further ado, I want to start this call for y'all. It gets better and better. And when I tell you she's pulling from resources everywhere she can look, she really is putting it on turbo, trying to figure out what she could do. Let's check this out.
Okay, well, you still have to pay taxes on your retirement fund.
That you do.
It doesn't matter, because he's lying on multiple documents that none exist, or it's zero. And both of those are lies, because they do exist and they are not zero. But the most of this 45 minutes is probably going to be going over all of these motions. That's what this probably thing is going to be. Where my four are, I don't know.
So this is in the middle of a call, ladies and gentlemen, and the he that she's talking about is Brian, right? So she's kind of strategizing on what they can do, what possibly can happen. This is actually the tail end of the first call, okay? So they're talking about Brian. And I saw also in my comments, one of you guys said she's so obviously jealous of Brian. It really is that. Imagine Brian has like a savings, and God forbid he has like $30,000 some dollars in there, and his life is looking pretty decent, and he doesn't have you draining the life out of him, and everything looks like an upward trajectory for him while your trajectory's going down. She is jealous than the motherfucker, man. You love to see it. She hates this guy just for simply working hard and existing in a decent space in his life. Crazy how that works, right?
Did you say what was the last thing?
My four motions that are still pending.
Oh, where the four are. Well, you don't know.
Remember, we're still waiting for my USB drive with all of my court documents on there. I'm still waiting for the transcript. I'm still waiting for James to send me my documents. I'm still waiting for Orange County Corrections to send me my tablet messages and my FOIA. You know, there's things that I'm waiting for that I should be lawfully allowed to have if I have, in quotes, access to the court.
Okay, so I would make that list.
I've already done that. It's on my list of pending motions and everything that I've submitted since the case management conference, and then I've also got everything that I still have pending.
I really wish I could listen to this call tomorrow.
They're going to try and railroad me like they did last time, and Martel's going to STF you.
Martel's going to what?
STF you. You don't know what that is? Shut the fuck up.
Oh.
Pardon me.
Pardon me. You know, I'm kind of hip with the kids and stuff. Like, I'm in jail now, so I understand, like, the lingo. He's going to STF you. He's going to STF you. You don't know what that means? It means shut the fuck up. Excuse me, but since you don't really understand, like, how he's speaking here, he's going to STF you, George. No one's ever... Man, what the fuck? No one said that. Oh, yeah, she's going to STF you. She's going to... Sarah's such an odd human. She's such an odd individual, odd human being. Everything about her, it's just like, it's one of those people where you just want to, you just want to observe them as much as you can because it's so interesting and odd. You probably won't run across a fucking weirdo like this ever again. So you're kind of just glued to the disaster. Almost like an accident on the side of the highway. You know it's going to scar you. You know you're going to have nightmares about it, but you're still going to look. It's kind of how Sarah Boone is.
Okay, I have to go. I don't know. Can you just send me some kind of whatever you think that might help me? She's at the door screaming at me. I got to go. One way or another, I'll try and call you back if I can, okay?
Okay.
So thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Sorry, bye.
This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording.
Okay, so they cut the video really quickly. So that's the end of that call. And then they called back the next day. And she's talking shit about him for the amount of times the phone call rings. And I'm like, this lady, listen, you better be happy this motherfucker answered your phone call after them emails.
I think you were going to answer. That was like on the 12th ring. I thought for sure it was going to get voicemail.
Yeah.
Could you just really quickly, could you go on the clerk of the court's website for me?
Yeah.
Please. And can you look under my appeal?
I love you.
Sent me a screenshot of the records that have been filed, and there's one that one of the ladies in here was asking a question about to see, like if I'm on par, like on schedule with everything, because I have yet to hear from Joshua Adams to date. So.
Who's asking you if you're on point?
No, I'm asking this lady in here. She's probably going to get transferred to Miami or the Panhandle, and before she leaves, I was trying to get her to help me answer stuff because she's done her own post-conviction thing. And
okay, so mind you, okay, Karen number one has found the other Karen. Okay, she's honing in on all the people that could possibly help her with something. Now, I don't want to assume the other lady's a Karen, but anybody who's willing to work with Sarah and not just beat her up because she's an annoying bitch is probably in the same boat as Sarah. You know, you're probably the same type of person you keep the company of, right? So Sarah has found her people, and she's working them too. Holy shit. Let the lady transfer in peace, Sarah. You got another inmate that's about to go to Miami, and Sarah's still raiding her for knowledge before she leaves. So now we have Peter, we have the lady in Australia, we have Julian, and we have some random prisoner in her dorms that she's trying to get help from. Shit is sad. All the while, she could have had an actual real attorney, but she scared him away. Crazy work.
Knows a lot about appeals and everything, and I know nothing. And I keep asking Joshua Adams, but he never replied. So
fuck you.
Never once talked to him?
No.
Like Joshua Adams don't give a man. It's so man. He probably chuckles every time he gets an email. He's like, "Oh, Sarah Boone emailed me again. Hey guys, look at this." Then they go back to work. The fuck? Joshua Adams not responding to you?
I told you he wrote me that one weird, extremely misspelled, like he was typing on his phone while he was driving message, and said for me to reach out to him if I had any information, and I've given him every bit of information and then some, and the second coming of Christ amount of everything that I've given him, and he's never responded. And I've written him 4 times over the duration of him being appointed on December 18th.
I think I know exactly who this is, but let me make sure I know who Josh Adams is. Sarah Boone. Josh Adams. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I found this article real fast. Let me see. Joshua Adams had been representing Boone in her appeal since he was appointed in December 18, 2024, just weeks after Boone was sentenced. Adams was the second appellate attorney to represent Boone. The first attorney appointed to represent her in her appeal, Alan Holland, was replaced after just 16 days with no reason publicly given. In his motion to withdraw from the case, Adams said he is no longer practicing appellate work. And okay, I remember that. So Josh Adams, do we have a picture for Josh Adams? I don't really even care to find this picture. No, I don't give a fuck. Josh Adams, he don't give a fuck about you. You really think that man is going to answer your emails? He's not getting paid for it. And you're an absolute CU star T. You know, I don't even want to say you're a bitch. Nobody wants to work with you. Why would he respond? Maybe if you were some sweetheart, just a wonderful woman, and everybody remembered just the wonderful woman, Sarah Boone, maybe they would have responded. But you think they would have responded to you as you are right now? Fuck no. Come on. That doesn't even make sense.
Okay, so you want me to look under your criminal case, right?
Yes, please. So 5-5, index to record on appeal, 24 pages, should be the most recent thing filed. It says that you should be able to open it. Can you try, please?
Yep. Open.
Okay, so what is this? And I need to know what that is and the DCA order underneath it. So if you could tell me what this is first.
The index to the record on appeal.
But it says record, sealed record, evidence record, trial transcript. So how is it sealed when you're looking at it?
This was filed by Josh?
I don't know. You'll have to tell me. I have no idea.
Okay, hang on a second.
Like, I don't know if they have certificates of service in this. I have no idea.
Josh is over there having a Mai Tai and having his feet get scrubbed down somewhere, having vacation. Shit. Josh Adams, you think he finna respond to that email? You must be smoking crack in jail. Sarah Boone has officially found the crack. She moved on from the toilet wine to the crack cocaine if she thinks that he's gonna respond to her.
This is massive.
It says it's 24 pages.
I know, but it's an index.
It's only 24 pages.
So if that's indexing other materials,
It's only
24-page index is like a title of contents. It's incredible.
So, okay, help me understand. So it's like a table of contents?
Hang on, my computer is super slow.
Like, is it a compilation of all of the transcripts and he's just pulled out things to put in the index that need to be addressed in regards to having my appeal granted? And then if you can, look at the other one, because I'm going to try and catch this girl and you can just tell her on the phone what it means. Audra.
This might have been filed by the clerk.
Okay, so can you please go down to the...
Audra, come here. Audra, my friend wants to tell you something because you understand this. Audra, come here. Audra sounds like some girl who grew up in like a hippie neighborhood and her parents were like weirdos and shit. And she probably got like caught up into like some weird crime and ended up in jail. And imagine, Audra sounds like she was smart as a kid and she got paired up with none other than Sarah Boone. I feel bad for Audra. I hope she transfers very soon because Sarah Boone sounds fucking insufferable to be around.
DCA order that's on 5225, the one-pager. My friend is standing right next to me. I can't give her the phone, but I can verbally tell her what it says.
Yeah, so it says, I'm going to read it to you. By order of the court, the lower tribunal has not transmitted the record on appeal to this court. Within 20 days from the date of this order,
20 days of the order.
Appellant shall ensure that the clerk of the lower tribunal transmits the record on appeal. Or alternatively, files a response that shows cause. Why this appeal should not be dismissed. To ensure the transmission of the record.
For failing to what?
To ensure the transmission of the record.
Okay, did they send this to my attorney? Who says it? Who says that?
And it was CC'd to Joshua Adams.
Okay, hold on.
Get a hold of the court and tell them to send the record on appeal. Do it. They just finish your shit. But
She's getting counsel, guys. She's getting counsel.
got all kinds of ground.
So this was just done on the second, though. Like, how do I know if he did it or not?
She's getting counsel, guys. She's getting counsel.
How
Hold
can
on.
I reach out to Josh Adams and tell him that he needs to do that?
Josh Adams don't give a fuck about you, especially not for no damn family court. How can I reach out to Josh Adams and let him know he needs to do that? So guess what Peter's new mission in life is? Fuck Peter's kids and his animal rescue. Fuck that. Go find Josh Adams. That is your goal in life, Peter. Go find him. Shick him. Shick him. Shick him, boy. Go get him. Go find Josh Adams. Tell him that he's required to do this for me.
So he has 20 days? We have 20 days? I'm 5'2", but we're past.
Josh Adams does not
Yes.
respond to you.
The problem is the date on this document is the 2nd, so 20 days have
Passed.
6 days ago. Yeah.
I know. Okay, what is it you're telling me that says? What's the index say? The index was a bunch of numbers and columns and stating that from 2020 to 2025, like, it would say something and it would say a page number, like 52 to 53.
It's an index to the transcript.
I'm glad they skipped past this shit.
It doesn't say, there's nothing signed at the bottom.
That's crazy.
It says, under comments, it's the record, sealed record, evidence record, trial transcript.
She said that it was sent out on a Friday, and then on a Monday, they responded with the index. So we're waiting on the clerk of the court,
For what?
okay? For all of the transcripts, right? For everything that ever happened.
You know, I just realized Peter could be watching the fucking football game while he's doing this shit. Because everything she's saying, all Sarah's really doing is just brainstorming, and she's including him. And then she'll probably give him a fucking task toward the end of the call. Peter could literally be watching the football game, cooking dinner. He could be getting so much work done using about 90% of his brain, because all you need is the other 10% to idly listen to what the fuck she's saying. Just sounds like a bird chirping in the back of your ear. We're not getting anywhere. You know what I mean? We're going nowhere. We're going absolutely nowhere. So with that being said, you don't have to pay attention to any of it. You know what I mean? We're always going to end up back in the same fucking position. Sarah Boone is hilarious.
Entire case.
Probably going to be about 5,000 pages.
She said it'll be probably 5,000 pages.
Sorry, we're talking about the criminal case, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're waiting for what now? I'm confused.
So we're
confused.
still waiting for what? The record on appeal to show up.
Okay, and I think this is when she starts to pivot. She starts to pivot from this family court shit. She starts talking about her freedom and shit. I'm not sure yet. This is a little early. I haven't listened to the entire call. I only listened to snippets of it.
And what is that? Are you trying to go outside?
I have no idea. I don't even know what that's something Josh Adams has to do, right?
Say it again.
That's something
Yes, everything.
Josh Adams has to file something? I'm
Thank
confused.
you. I don't know
Penis over.
either. She said that the problem is not with Josh Adams. The problem is with the clerk of the court, who is not sending the transcripts and everything ever recorded in my case, which is what the DCA is waiting for, what Joshua Adams is waiting for, the record of appeal, which is my entire record of my criminal case. So the DCA order was telling the lower tribunal to get it together and get my stuff together. So she said that was sent out on a Friday, and then on Monday they initiated the index, which shows, I guess, that they're at least working on it, and they also CC'd Adams on it. So she thinks that he prompted the index to be sent.
What's the big 2,500-page document?
That's my 2-week trial.
Okay, so that's the entire thing. This index.
That's just a transcript.
Okay, that's
Oh
the
my God,
transcript,
I'm
and then the
confused.
index
I'm confused.
is, I guess, some kind of way to organize.
I'm guessing. I don't know.
I'm confused too, Sarah. So how?
Said that, yes, it
So
is.
none of us know. We don't know. Guess what? We're not attorneys. None of us know shit. I don't know. Pete don't know, and you don't know. So why are we over here acting like we're gonna figure this shit out? And she's always like, "We'll go figure it out. We'll go talk to so and so." You know he's not gonna do that. It's like giving the kid homework in high school that never does homework. You know he's not gonna do it, but you're still gonna tell him to do it, huh? Shit is crazy. Any extracurriculars past this phone call? I could already see where Peter's at. Any extracurriculars past just the phone call and trying to get some information? He's not doing that shit. He might make it sound good, like, "Oh yeah, Sarah. Yes, cool, Sarah. Yeah, I'll talk to her, Sarah." He's not doing none of that shit, bro. Clearly. And it's not even like he should do it. It's funny how she still thinks that she's running the show. Jesus Christ. Anyway.
Expired technically, and I write Joshua Adams and he never responds, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
So this May 2nd letter, that's the one I'm a little more concerned with.
It's just what I said.
It's just
They're
what she
giving,
said.
The lower
Peter.
tribunal
Damn it.
a reprimand saying get everything together and send it to the DCA or to Josh. So if not, they need to have a response of why they should not dismiss my appeal.
Oh, so this is a good thing for you.
No, not necessarily, because there's been no response from Josh.
Josh has to do something.
Within that 20 days, which has expired.
But what is it that he has to do?
I don't know, and I don't see how he can do it if the record of appeal has not been received yet. That's what they're waiting on from the clerk of the court. That's what I don't understand. And Joshua Adams doesn't respond.
Maybe file a motion and just say, in the last couple months, I'm getting these letters. I don't know what's going on.
I'm not getting any letters.
No, you got this DCA letter.
I haven't received anything. By the grace of God, my friend in Australia and you in New York sent this to me. Gave me information.
No.
Other than that, I would have no idea.
But you could say, I haven't.
I'm not doing all that right now. I don't want to piss him off and him be in the middle of doing something. Just he needs to respond to. And I sent him a handwritten letter.
What did that letter say?
The same exact thing in the message that I wrote him, saying I've given you all of this information and you've not responded, and I'm going to be prompted to contact the law office of the public defender to make sure you even are my attorney still.
And he never got back to
He's
you?
clearly not.
In any way, shape, or form.
Why do you think he didn't get back to you?
Because he's not your attorney.
What's your thinking on it?
I'm hoping that he's just so consumed and focused that he doesn't have time to send me anything. But what's crazy is my friend has the same exact public defender office, whatever it is, and she's gotten 7 letters.
7 letters from Josh Adams?
No, just from the public defender's office where he supposedly works.
She has a different attorney, though, right?
Yes, but they all work from the same office, and they should be giving the same updates, or at least an introduction letter. It's
crazy to me that she's getting these kinds of replies and stuff, and you're not getting anything from
Maybe
that.
it's because she's not a raging bitch. Maybe that office, maybe when they get a letter from her, they're like, oh, send her some information. Send her a little packet. Let her know what's happening, because we know that we're not about to get 70 handwritten letters from her like the psycho bitch Sarah Boone. Just my opinion. Just my opinion.
It's strange. Sarah, has he filed anything on your behalf yet?
I have no idea. I don't have access. That's what I'm asking you to look on the clerk of the courts for. I don't know.
Okay, so when were you convicted?
12/8.
Okay, so since January.
Or 12/2. I'm sorry, 12/2.
Okay, so we have. Okay, so there's 12/18 order appointing counsel. So let's open that one up.
Yeah, is it Alan Holland or is it Josh Adams?
Alan Holland was the first one.
I don't know yet. It's opening. Their site is super slow.
It's like 102 degrees in here. Like it's almost unbearable.
You guys can't open a window or anything?
No.
No,
you can't, sir. No, you can't, sir.
There's no windows?
No, there's not. There's slits in the fucking concrete. Who doesn't know this? There's no windows? No. The fuck?
In the main area, there's some in here in the day room, but we can't open them.
How hot is it outside?
Probably like 80.
Like 108.
That doesn't make sense.
It's 108 degrees in Florida right now?
I'm just like with the heat index.
That doesn't make
I think
sense.
The high was like 95 or 96.
It's like 80 degrees, okay?
Okay. All right, so
it's 80 degrees outside, okay? Don't listen to Sarah. This bitch is over here being dramatic. One of the most dramatic pieces of shit I done seen out here in a little while, man. Oh, it's like 102 degrees, and sometimes I'm just so sad I roll up into a ball and I just don't know what to do. And Josh Adams didn't file my motions so I can appeal my lifetime sentence. I don't know what to do. Man, listen, take it on the chin. Be a grown-up. I mean, at this point, goddamn, like, go read a book or something. Go read a book about self-improvement or something.
opened up. It says, yeah, it's Holland. It's ordered and judged that Alan Holland is relieved from further representation of the defendant in the trial cause. Okay, so, and Josh Adams is being appointed.
So what's the official date he came on board?
18th of December, 2024.
That's what I said. Yep. Okay.
Do you have a pen and paper? You should try and write some of this stuff down.
No, I don't.
No, she doesn't.
Okay, that's all right.
I'm not going to remember any of this, considering the fact that I have a pretrial conference of my life and my son's life tomorrow. This is low man on the totem pole for me. I just was asking about it because if she gets shipped off, she wouldn't be able to help me, so.
On 129, there says correspondence to...
Okay, so see, that's the main thing I wanted to point out, right? So Sarah, she has a lot of things. She has things that she just wants to keep her mind occupied with. Whether or not she'll ever admit it, that's what this really is. You know, she doesn't give a fuck about her son. She cares about her freedom, but I think she also understands that she's never going to get that. But it's a possibility, though. You know, maybe when she's 96, she'll finally win some type of an appeal or some type of a something on top of something, and she'll get out and she'll enjoy her, you know, whatever she has left on the outside. You know, so she's bouncing between her son and then she's going to her freedom and what her attorneys did wrong. You know, she's spiraling in there. I don't think those four walls and those fire ants chewing on her scalp is really helping her. Somebody get her a drink. You know what I mean?
Defendant.
No, he didn't.
On 129, there was a letter that was written that says, in response to your correspondence dated 121, the following applied. Other. Attorney Josh Adams has been appointed to represent you for an appeal.
Oh, that's my notice of inquiry.
I'm going to read you the date in the document. You tell me if you want me to open it.
And I don't really care that much about it. Like, I got to try and focus on tomorrow. It's just like...
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, apparently it's...
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I keep pausing, but you see what I'm saying, though. Peter could be eating some chicken right now, playing some video games, fucking listening to music in another ear, using 0 of his brain cells to listen to her, because it all goes in a circle. Nothing's going to get done. You just basically listen to your girlfriend vent to you, because that's what she's treating you as. At this point, you're just an artificial boyfriend that she could just vent and bitch to, and nothing's ever going to happen from it. So, I mean, it's crazy. Well, I don't really care about that right now. I just wanted to bring it up. I need to focus on my son. I don't really care about that right now. I just need to let you know. So why did we have this whole call about that then? Jesus Christ.
Schedule, whatever else it is. I don't know, like, if these last 2 documents are good or bad. Just, she said supposedly that I'm okay, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do with getting him to contact me, and it's really trying to piss me off because I'm just sitting here. So I'm coming up on the 6th of June, and it will be a whole nother month that I've not spoken to him. So it'll be ongoing 6 months. So I don't know. I mean, am I pushing it by asking if you could send an email? Just say, Sarah asked me on her behalf if you could please check in status with her.
There it is.
I've done that. I mean, I've done that, like...
I know, but at least it's just another feeler that we're putting out, and it's another breadcrumb showing that we've made an effort.
The only time I ever even heard anything from him was when he wrote suddenly out of nowhere to Julian and to another YouTuber, giving them the updates on your case.
Yes, I know. Yes, if you could just send him an email, please, and, you know, be...
Yes, because you're a fucking civilian, Pete. Like, you know what I mean? Why the fuck would he talk to you? You're not to be rude, you're nobody. Why the fuck? Like, it's almost like I'm this big attorney. I'm not even a big attorney. Let's just say I'm an attorney in LA somewhere, and I'm just doing my job and shit, and I have this piece of shit that I represent who killed her boyfriend. Cool. And I get a letter from some motherfucker in Ohio saying, hey, by the way, I know this, like, you're not talking to client such and such. Just wanted to reach out and be like, you know, the client still wants to talk to you. I'm not responding to that shit. I'm putting you in the spam folder. Why do you think you're any different? At least if a YouTuber contacts me, it's like, oh, okay, maybe my name will get out there. Maybe such and such. It's crazy. It's crazy how Sarah thinks that she's really the main character, and all the people that she sends out into the world using her name should be a main character also. Fuck no.
Be stern but professional at the same time and say, June 6th will have been 6 months that you have yet to speak to Sarah Boone, and she was wondering when you were going to be making contact with her after her innumerable attempts, and also for those on the outside that's been trying to help me.
But what's incredible is for 6 months, he doesn't say a word. He doesn't send you a letter, nothing. The only time he ever responds to someone are two people that have nothing to do with the case. One is a YouTuber.
Yeah.
One does documentary films.
Please, I don't want a repeat of county where I went through however many because I kept withdrawing because they would ask if you were my attorney still. That's what happened.
They hurt. They're hurt that they gave the info to Tanika 2 cents. Hilarious. But I think it's just because Tanika 2 cents, she's more capable. She knows how to fucking request this shit. You got Sarah Boone and Peter over here just dicking around, for lack of better words. You know what I'm saying? It's like, one, Sarah's a bitch. Nobody's going to respect her. And two, Peter, nobody knows who Peter is. It's not going to be pulled off the same way. Come on.
What would I do? I would probably, and I know you're sensitive to this because you don't want to kick a beehive's nest, but
yeah,
I
we don't
would
want
probably send a message to the judge.
What judge? What judge? There is no judge.
Kranick doesn't handle.
Oh my God, absolutely not. Are you serious? You're not thinking straight. Contacting Kranick, who is my appeal.
So he is.
Lock in, Peter. Are you fucking slow? Lock in, Pete. Yo, she is unbelievable, bro. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Kranick doesn't handle.
Oh my God, absolutely not. Are you serious? You're not thinking straight. Contacting Kranick, who is my appeal.
So he is handling your appeal, right?
No. There's no way he can when he's the number one reason why I got life in prison.
Okay, so
he's not the number one reason.
District Court of Appeals.
Okay. Then don't send it to Kranick. Then you send it to the district. Is there someone there, like a?
I have no idea. I'm in prison.
With the girl who knows all this stuff, she's not leaving till tomorrow. Can you go ask her?
There's nothing like that. I would have to have some type of correspondence in order to know where I need to send something.
She might know whether or not, if you're pro se and you got to go to the District Court of Appeals, is there a certain, how do you communicate with them about the process? That makes sense.
Know.
She might know.
Left the dorm right now to go outside. It's cooler outside, it seems, than it is in the dorm. I don't know. And apparently somebody was telling me, because I've been asking you about this also, please, and help me, Father. Like, I love, but it's like sometimes it's very difficult to work with her. But Kranick never gave me natural life. He just said you have life.
She said, help me, Father. Expletive. However the fuck you. She said, help me, Father. It's difficult to work with that bitch. In a nutshell. Holy shit. Isn't that the sweetheart that was just helping you 15 minutes ago? Sarah's one snaky ass demon, man. She's like that type. You know how it's like the brute warrior who won all these battles and shit, and he gets killed by a little fucking weasel servant by getting stabbed in the back or poisoned. Sarah's the one who stabs people in the back or poisons them. She's just a little weasel moving around, just a little fucking rat, a little rodent moving around.
Prison. So I'm trying to figure out what specific, in quotes, life I have in prison, because apparently parole has been approved for Florida.
Let me back this up. So this is where her hopes start getting up. I started talking too soon. Let me back this up. I'm going to play it for y'all. Check this out.
It's very difficult to work with her. But Kranick never gave me natural life. He just said you have life in prison. So I'm trying to figure out what specific, in quotes, life I have in prison, because apparently parole has been approved for Florida.
Parole has been approved in Florida?
I'm talking about it on the docket, that yes, it was approved, parole for Florida. So unless it's natural life, all I have to do is go to court and get a number, and then it's cut by a third. And that includes my county time.
Yeah.
So if I get
naturally.
10 years, I've already done almost 6. And then for good behavior and state time?
Yeah.
Can you please can you research it, please? I don't have anybody else to ask in Australia, which is not the United States of America. I have no idea what to look up or any kind of anything. But can you look up to see if it was actually passed or like what?
I'll look it up right now. Hang tight.
I'll look it up right
I don't
now.
understand how nobody, including effing Josh Adams, who I've asked 4 times, what, in quotes, life in prison do I have? Because all it was he said, I sentenced you to life in prison, collected his belongings, fixed his robe, and left the courtroom.
Sweetheart, you're never getting out. Sweetheart, I have bad news for you. I have terrible news for you. You're never getting out. You're not.
So I'm trying to figure out what life do I have, and nobody can tell me.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to look that up right now.
But the word natural never came out of his mouth. And this is what I've been trying to find also out for peace of mind.
Okay, so Sarah Boone was sentenced to life in prison on December 2nd.
Where are you reading this?
Through the internet.
Through the internet?
So there's got to be some kind of like official, lawful
through the
court
internet
document that states if it's just life, or it says natural. But I was clearly competent when I was sentenced, and he did not say natural life.
Hold on, Sarah.
And
He's
if you
checking the
recall,
internet.
That was one of the biggest things on social media afterwards. The shitstorm was wondering if it was natural life, and everybody was upset with the judge that he did not clarify.
Nobody was asking that question. Nobody. Is it natural life or just like life? Or is it like a portion of your life? Or is it like the full version of your life? Like what kind of, nobody, a shitstorm over that? Nobody was asking that, Sarah. Nobody. I'm sorry.
To me, what type of life it was.
You're saying so Florida does not have parole for second degree or for...
Correct, right.
And that was just passed.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Right.
I'll do this research and then I'll shoot you an email with what I find.
Please.
Okay.
And I'll call you tomorrow. I mean, am I able to call you tomorrow? I mean, I know not right after
Yeah.
it happens, but in the afternoon?
Yes.
God bless. Please look this
God
up. I'm
bless.
grateful for this, and it would just help me big time with just... It would just help me make me okay? If I knew that I had an eligibility other than, having to go back to court and all that.
100%.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'll call you tomorrow.
Take
Thank
care,
you.
Sarah. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Groveling, begging little fucking rat person. Little fucking mole person. Always in the shadows trying to sneak past people and try to get her way and try to control everything. Just a little rat person, bro. Shit is crazy. Just take another shot, Sarah Boone. Take another shot. Everything will be okay. Get some of that toilet wine. You know what I mean? Get all geared up with that shit. Activate yourself and just, enjoy that because that's all you're going to be able to have. Get locked in with all the people who have the little booze. They have it. It exists. You just got to find the right people. Try to get locked in. Try to be liked in jail. And try to just live your days out with some dignity, This shit is crazy, man. You guys let me know what you think about this in the comments. Will she get parole? That's the big question. In the great state of Florida, will Sarah Boone get parole? Y'all let me know in the comments. I'll be back.